राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल। Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the wonderful kirtan. Welcome
Mataji,
all the
time is there?
devotees.
Or still time is there, Mataji?
Sorry, Mataji.
No, may I sing? Once now.
Yeah, Mataji, give me a second. Suma Mataji. Suma Manush
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. So who is the speaker today?
I'm not have any idea Mataji. I didn't receive any information regarding that Mataji.
Oh, Krishna.
Mataji just asked me to host Mataji. Nupur Mataji.
Oh, okay. And what are the shlokas today to be taken? Anybody knows the schedule?
3.49 onwards, Mataji.
Third canto.
48 we
chapter.
have completed yesterday.
Sorry,
Yes.
one at a time. Yeah. Tell me, Suma.
48 shloka we have completed Mataji yesterday.
Third canto. Is it third
Yes
canto?
Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Third canto, which chapter?
Chapter.
3.1.48 is over Mataji.
3:12, 48 is over, right?
Yes Mataji.
48. We have to start with 49. Okay, I'll just cross-check. Meantime, we can have a kirtan. Shanti Mataji, you wanted to do a kirtan, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
We can do a small kirtan. By the time other devotees will also join, and I'll get back to you on the speaker update. Yeah, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहार आवृत्ति कालिंदी रे राजहंस किली करे ताहे शोभे कनक माला आवृत्ति कालिंदी रे राजहंस किली करे ताहे शोभे कनक माला तारा मध्ये हिमापीठ अष्टतले बेष्टित अष्टतले प्रधानन टीका तारा मध्ये रत्नासने बसियाचेन तुई जने श्याम संखे सुंदरीरा धीका तारा मध्ये रत्नासने बसियाचेन तुई जने श्याम संखे सुंदरीरा धीका उरुपल्लवन्य राशि अमिया बोडिसे कसी हास्य परिहास संभाषणे नरोत्तम दासे कोई नित्य लीला सुखमयी सठाई स्फुरुख मोरे माने। नरोत्तमा दासे कोई नित्य लीला सुखमय, सठाई स्फुरुख मोरे माने। वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम, रतन मंदिर मनोहार। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। थैंक यू। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shanti Mataji. Thank you. Wonderful Kirtan. We can have one more bhajan or Mahamantra at least. Who wants
Hare
to?
Krishna, may I, Mataji?
Yes, Uma, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prem Datta Prabhuji, welcome. Sorry when we did not find you, I was a little panicked because my throat is not good. I said, okay.
I'm myself down with cough, cold, and mild fever.
Yeah, Prabhu, because I think everywhere the climate is changing. So
Change.
my throat is very bad, but somehow I was trying to, grab
Is there
something.
some change in the link? Because a lot of
Yeah.
devotees, I think, they don't know this new link.
Yeah, what we will do is, actually we have done, but what happens is we are so regular with our, just touch a button. So everywhere the message has been shooted. Suma, make a note of it, Mataji. Ask
Yes, ma'am.
Meenakshi to once again, especially to the speakers as well as, the devotees to contact. So shoot a, message that the change of link. Yeah.
That is taken back long back, Mataji. We have to enter that passcode. That's it, Mataji. 1080. That's
Correct.
No,
that
but-
change.
So what you
But the
do is-
Bhagwatam group description link is different, I think.
Yeah,
Because when I was
directly we
doing-
cannot come to the Zoom. That is there.
only the password has been changed, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. Because it was just showing me it's not opening. Somebody has to open the bridge.
Okay. Okay.
No problem.
So sorry for your inconvenience.
Should I send a message, Mataji, to Meenakshi Mataji?
Yeah. Today itself you send this, yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we welcome you. So, dear devotees, our speaker is right here. So, we welcome him. I request everybody, in fact, beg everybody, can we chant 3 times the Maha Mantra for the speedy recovery of good wife of Ashish Prabhu. As we all know, she has been admitted to hospital because of the small nozzle injury while they were doing shifting. Yeah. Can I request everybody to unmute yourself and we chant 3 times the Maha Mantra for the speedy recovery at the lotus feet of Radha Madhav and Narsingadev. Can we do one? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Hare
Mataji. Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Prabhuji, I'm making you co-host, so you can check if you can share your screen. You are the co-host.
Mataji, anybody can share the screen because I'm calling from mobile
Okay.
because of
So,
the sound problem. So you can just share that 3, 12, 49 and 57. So I'll begin the class and then meanwhile you can just give the numbers to people. I will just say the first shloka and then everybody can sing all. Today is little, descriptive.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can change something.
Suma,
But
will you able to share the screen, Suma Mataji?
Hare Krishna,
So I'll-
Mataji. Mataji, I'll ask Chandana Mataji because I'm also using a mobile, Mataji.
Chandana,
So it will be.
Yes, Mataji, I can do it. I will do it.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Chandana Mataji, now you are co-host. Please
Yes, Mataji.
try to share your screen. Suma, your host now. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandot pranams. Hare Krishna.
Pranam. You want me to make anybody one more co-host? Because Prabhuji is co-host, Chandana is co-host.
Mataji, can you make Vardhan as a co-host, Mataji, because I'm logging in through other device.
Vandana,
Vardhan.
Vardhan, 1 second.
Yes, Mataji.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodananda.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
Oh, all this while you could not hear what I'm singing?
No, you started, but then in between we lost you.
Somebody, I think, unmuted me or muted me because I didn't touch my mobile. But anyway. Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Ras Bihari, Radha Ras Bihari, Radhe Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe Jai Radha Kunj Bihari, Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe Jai Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Radhe Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govind 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 Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govind Radhe, Govind bolo, Shri Gopal bolo, Govind bolo, Hari Gopal bolo, Radha Raman Hari Govind bolo, Radha Raman Hari Govind bolo, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana, Jagannath Swami, Nayan Patagami, Nayan Patagami Bhava Tumhe, Jagannath Swami, Nayan Patagami, नयन पथगामी भावा तुम्हें गयो नरसिंगा देव जय नरसिंगा देव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय गौरान्विताय 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 जय गौरान्विताय निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय और प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि Glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All in all, glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Please forgive me if I'm not able to give the class in a better way because I'm mildly under fever. Not exactly fever, but very heavy cold, and my head is very heavy because of I'm not able to breathe properly. But today we will read Srimad Bhagwatam, Canto 3, the status quo, Chapter 12, and we will be singing shlokas from 49 to 57. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Naranam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So meanwhile, when I am singing the first shloka, I would request the coordinator Mataji or Prabhuji to please assign the shlokas till 57 so that we finish all of them and then I'll start the class, because it's more descriptive and but still then I will put it into a form of a class. So the first shloka goes as Tato aparam upadaya sa sargaya mano dadhe. So what does that mean? Tataha means thereafter, aparam means another, upadaya means having accepted, saha means he, sargaya in the matter of creation, manaha means mind, dadhe means gave attention. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thereafter, Brahma accepted another body in which sex life was not forbidden, and thus he engaged himself in the matter of further creation, purported by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In his former body, which was transcendental, affection for sex life was forbidden, and Brahma therefore had to accept another body to allow himself to be connected with sex. He thus engaged himself in the matter of creation. His former body transformed into fog, as previously described. Means it just disappeared as it was described. So before we begin the class and you are putting the names for all the devotees to sing, let's complete the prayers. Om Agyana Tivnandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sayatam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganalita Shri Vishakhanavitamscha. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधा वृंदावनेश्वरी वृष्ण भानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितनाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणम्। सबैर्मनः कृष्णा पदरविन्दयोः सबैर्मनः कृष्णा पदरविन्दयोः। श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna. So, I would like to begin a class with a small pastime of a very old lady. That old lady used to reside in Vrindavan. You must have heard the story. And different classes people add different meanings to the story. But all the stories lined up to one point is that the entire sonam bonum of our existence is how we focus on Krishna and not get deviated because of allurements. So this lady had the business of keeping her alive. She was an old lady, and the whole life she used to practice barter system. She used to come into the gullies of Vrindavan, in the lanes of Vrindavan, and she used to go to jungle and get very nice flowers. And you know that in our religion, we worship God by putting flowers early in the morning. So she had this typical business of taking the flowers from the jungles of Vrindavan and bring it and sell it or barter it in Vrindavan in lieu of rice, dal, and whatever vegetables she will get. And she used to survive. On daily basis, she used to come, and on daily basis, she used to get something for her living. And in the barter system, if you have somebody getting married in a place, you would go for giving rice to somebody, and in lieu of that rice, they would give you gold, because everything was very abundantly available. So people never used to complain that you are giving me rice and I'm giving you gold, because next time when you have some important function at your home and you need gold, then you give rice and somebody gives you gold. That's how the society used to be self-sustained. So this way this lady used to do, but when Krishna came in this world to do his pastimes, she used to always desire to see Krishna, and she used to purposefully bring these flowers in her bucket, and she used to give it to Krishna. And Krishna used to bring some rice in his small hand, and she used to give flowers, and Krishna used to give rice. And she was just doing this because she loved seeing Krishna. She loved so much seeing Krishna that whenever and every day she will save some flowers to come in front of the house of Nand Maharaj and give this, and so that Krishna will come out, and she will particularly do a barter business with Krishna. So she knew that the rice which Krishna is giving is very less for her existence. So that was not her intent. Her intent was to derive pleasure by seeing the child form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because that used to attract her a lot, and she was very pure at heart. And someday, like that, she went again to Krishna, and when Krishna didn't used to come out, she used to feel very sad, and then she used to go back thinking next day Krishna will come out. Like this continued for months and months, and then one day she was giving these flowers, and she thought of giving these flowers to Krishna. And so she went to Krishna again, and she looked at Krishna. Krishna saw that, and Krishna realized that every day she carries these flowers, she needs money. So miraculously, Krishna converts, and she's like again doing that barter system. She looks at Krishna, and next day, she keeps the bucket in the night wherever in her house she used to keep. And the next day morning, she's about to go. She sees that the bucket is full of jewels. So much jewels that she could have stopped doing the barter system, and she could have eventually sold those jewels, and she didn't have to come and give flowers to everybody and take things. She could have sold those jewels with different things, so many jewels. But then she realized that she has to go back. She has only one bucket. What does she do with these jewels? She got a lot of pain in her heart that she'll miss seeing Krishna. So she immediately goes back and throws all the jewels in the forest and fills all the flowers again, and then takes back to Vrindavan and again starts selling flowers and comes in front of Krishna. Krishna smiles, and again that barter exchanged. So this is a very wonderful story, and Krishna really was very pleased by the devotion of this lady, that she surpassed her allurement towards wealth. So then Krishna realized, oh, so she loves me so much that even if I give her entire wealth, it is of no use for her. So she threw it in the jungle, but still she wants to have reciprocation with me, because she feels if she doesn't come, because she need not do that job again, she will miss the interaction with Krishna. Exactly similar way, Kunti Maharani used, in order to have interaction with Krishna, she used to say that, give me more and more pain in my life. At least that will keep Krishna, you, closer to come and meet your Bua. So please come and meet me. So there are several examples in scriptures where it is proven that the devotees, everybody, whether in direct or indirect service to Krishna, wants reciprocation from the Lord. And so in these shlokas also, you will come to realize that here Lord Brahma, who is actually has 4 heads and sits on a lotus, okay, and he has 4 heads in 4 directions. He is like that lady, also is in a form of an activity of his daily life. So that lady was in a barter system. Here our Brahma is a 4-headed soul looking into 4 directions and taking care of the entire universe to which he has been given. to take care of. And within this, do not consider Brahma to be an ordinary soul like that woman. What happens is, as the position changes, does the same principle changes? Like very beautifully, even to an extent of Brahma. Very beautifully, last Sunday, this Sunday, I couldn't go because I was sick. I couldn't go to ISKCON Cultural Center. I was not well. But before that Sunday, His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhuji made a wonderful, beautiful point that, certain activities, like for example, he made a mention of the procreation, right? Meeting of a woman and a man creates a child. So he says that if a grihastha does that, it is glorified. But same a brahmachari cannot do that because he is forbidden. Same way, if a small young child, and I add to these examples that if a small young child behaves in a young baby behaves in a babyish way, it is accepted. But the moment he grows old, if he cries like a baby, it is not accepted. The same baby, when you send him to your boy or your girl, so many grihasthas are there, when you send them to school, the first day they weep. But if he's going for class 9th and he weeps, what will you do with your son or child or a daughter? You say, oh, my son, oh, my daughter, it doesn't befits you now. When you were in KG, kindergarten, you used to weep. I can understand. But since you have changed your circumstances, in fact, when you are a child body, you look very different. But when you become mature, you look very different. So the whole body, even material body, changes. Exactly something similar to what it is written in Shloka, that Brahma, who has so much of work in his life, is supposed to do some activity of procreation. But in that current format of service and the body which was given to him, it was forbidden for him to initiate the procreation activity to fill this entire world with the living beings, so that there is a chain of succession of, and this world can get populated, and so many souls and this is a business which is done every time, that all the souls who are created by the Lord in a spiritual world eternally, somewhere or the other point of time, they say that, they develop the feeling of a little possessiveness towards the Lord. Maybe that Lord is just meant for me, and many realizations, right? That you are thrown into this bhausagar, where you need to have some parents. To have you some parents and some society, Krishna has to start this business with the help of Brahma many, many years back. And within that work which has started is what we see everyone here in this world. Imagine if somebody enters your house, which you don't know, you call him as a stranger. And if every house and if every state, every city and every state and every country is guarding itself so much, imagine if a soul just enters from some tree, people will just go behind him. In other words, this world is created with lot of thought process, is that he has created a way for the souls to come in, so that the concept of procreation serves Krishna for the souls to come here, resurrect and go back. So the entire shloka is what I am now going to ask the next speakers to read, and then I'll begin my class, which has already started in a way, is what you are going to hear. This is how Manu was born, Saptarupa was born, and how the things were are just not coming out of fluke. There is a very big planning behind it. It just is not just meeting of a man and a woman. It's just not a moment pleasure of few minutes between two living entities. It's based on some very high powered thinking that this physical form of a sort of activity is created by the Lord, which is in today's world we call it as sex. So it has a very deeper meanings and has to be understood in a very, very serious way. So now I would request the coordinator Mataji to please ask all the devotees to continue reading all the shlokas, and then we will go and conclude the class.
Hare Krishna. Divya Desai Mataji, you can read the shloka. Sindhu Mataji, you can read the translation.
Tato
Anita Mataji can read the purport. Hare Krishna.
Tato paramo padaya sasargaya mano dade. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, pranams, Prabhuji. Translation 3.12.49 by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thereafter, Brahma accepted another body in which sex life was not forbidden, and thus he engaged himself in the matter of further creation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. In his former body, which was transcendental, affection for sex life was forbidden, and Brahma therefore had to accept another body to allow himself to be connected with sex. He thus engaged himself in a matter of creation, his former body transformed into fog, as previously described. Hare Krishna.
Yes, so I want to add a point here before the next speaker speaks, is that this is what I have seen in practical life also. That I know some of my devotee friends who actually initially started as brahmacharis. And it was their wish. But later on, they realized that, they can continue in that brahmachari ashram. But they decided, maybe because of their interaction between them and Krishna, they took a call and they wanted to shift that ashram to grihastha, which is very normal. And so what they do is, they give up that brahmachari life and then, seek help of their parents and devotees to get a good devotee girl. And then they settle. So you see, similarly, it is in the process that Krishna is so mature, and Krishna is so calculative. Krishna is so understanding that right from Indra to Indragopa, from ant to Indra, from us to Brahma, he has given different formats. He understands that a living entity needs that. And there is no harm in fulfilling that desire. But for everything, there is a process. So that's what you are hearing in this, that there is a process, that in that body, it was for him forbidden for the sex life. So he had to accept another body to connect with this, with the activity of sex. And thus he engaged himself in the matter of creation. All right, so we will ask another devotee to sing the next shloka.
Sudha Mataji can read the shloka. Shanti Mataji can read the translation, and Subbarao Prabhu can read the purport. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranams. Rishinam bhuri viryanam api sargamavishritam jnatva tad kridaye bhuyas chintayam asa kaurava. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Kurus, when Brahma saw that in spite of the presence of stages of great potency, there was no sufficient increase in population, he seriously began to consider how the population could be increased. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
So before the next shloka, next devotee sings, I would like to bring a point here, is that in the matter of your duty, even as a grihastha, you have a wife at home, and a devotee girl and a devotee boy, when they meet, even if they're not currently devoted to any, for that matter, those who are not devoted currently, we call them as non-devotees, but it means that he is currently not devoted. So even them, when the two husband-wife, when the society makes a 30-year-old boy married to another 2-3-year-old younger girl, they get married, they marry, and there's so much of band baja, barat, ding, 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 and all that music, everything, and too many arrangements. But you must have noticed that the parents of the daughter will give them jewelry. The father of the groom will try to get him the good job. If he's already in the job, then only they'll settle him. Most of the time it happens. If he's settled already from the family wise, then it's a different case. They have family business. But yes, he starts taking care of the business. And you see that everybody will give them some gifts to have dinner sets, to give them some clothes, to give them bedding. Somebody gives them car, somebody gives them two-wheeler, depending upon their capability in finance capabilities as well. But even the poorest and the poorest and the richest, the intent is to help the groom and the bride to start a new life. Now, why do they do that? Why are we following this in our normal life? And it happens everywhere, in every country. Some countries, cultures are to, just like in US, I know a lot of my friends are in US who are from US. They're not Indians. They do not know Indian culture at all. And they say, we just throw our children away at the age of 19, 20. They fed for themselves. Then they get married. But now they also, at some point of time, the father gives them a dinner, helps them to pay some bills initially, so that the groom and the bride, they make their life together. But however you help, and the point now I'm going to make is, however you help this couple with as much as comfort, and once that honeymoon period is over, and it happens with everybody, that after 2 months, 3 months down the line, 1 year down the line, then the pressure of marriage starts falling on the heads of husband and a wife. And then they realize that, oh my God, this life is much more meaning, and this marriage affair which was made to done has a lot of deeper spiritual beginnings when you see the sun in your hand. And then you realize, एक पहाड़ आपके बेटे के रूप में, एक पहाड़ भरी responsibility, like a mountain of responsibility comes on your head, and you slowly realize that the things are getting more serious than what you thought on the day one of marriage. You felt you can have an easy, happy-go-lucky life, which you can, but depending on your mental status. But then even the richest of the richest guys consider marriage as a very heavy responsibility. And something similar is going through Brahma. He was given this another body. And then he is realizing that to fill this world with creation is not an easy job. And he becomes tensed. And there is nobody in this world, at least in this material world, who has never saw this concept of being tensed, tension. ऐसा कोई है यहाँ जिसे कभी tension ना आया हो? Can somebody tell me in this class, you have never come across any tension in life?
No, Prabhuji, we have.
Oh, you have? Who Sindhu Mataji? Is Sindhu? Or
No,
who was the
Mataji? Suma Mataji.
So do you agree that you have tensions? You probably might say, Prabhu, you just remove the lid of my cup and I will omit all the tensions of my life. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. We all have.
We all have. If you do not have,
sorry, Prabhuji. I have, sorry.
We all have. You don't say I. It is a very generic thing now. Intelligent people, they will all say, oh, we are all in the same boat. To feed one day meal to your son and to give them school fees or Gurukul fees, even Gurukul in ISKCON standard, they need money for you to give them. Nobody does charity for you, right? You have to do everything. So you have to feed yourself. You have to, so this is big, something similar is going in the mind and heart of Brahma. So let's see what else has happened. Let's see how it unfolds further. Who was reading? And you can continue.
Subbarao Prabhuji can read the shloka and Kavita Mataji can read the translation. Hare Krishna.
Can I read, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna is Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Aho adbhutame tanme vyaprutasyapi nityada nahyadhante prajanunam daivamatra vidhatakam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Kavita Mataji can read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ji ki jai. Brahma thought to himself, alas, it is wonderful that in spite of my being scattered all over, there is still insufficient population throughout the universe. There is no other cause for this misfortune but destiny. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. So now Brahma's mental state is mentioned in the last line. Can you read again, Mataji, the last line? He's using, what is the last word of the translation?
Brahma thought to himself, alas, it is wonderful that in spite of my being scattered all over, there is still insufficient population throughout the universe. There is no other cause for this misfortune but destiny.
Right. Very right. So Brahma is saying, Nahi idhante prajanunam daivam atra vighatakam. Now, vighatakam, atra means destiny. That means however a living entity tries to make efforts in this material world, you notice that the activities, the results of the activities don't lie in your control. The results of our activity don't lie in our control, and you are forced to accept the fact that you are forced to walk a path without quitting activity, and without quitting activity at the same time without getting the result of the activity. That means you are forced to do an activity in this material world where you are not getting the proper results, but still you are supposed to do that activity. A very perfect example I will give you, but a very unfortunate example, is that every mother and father wants the best for their child. Every mother, father in this entire creation of the Lord wants to give best to their child, and they want the child to be better than them. But due to whatever the reasons, and in Krishna consciousness, we know that there is something known as Daiva, means there is something divine. There is something which is beyond our control. There is something who is governing us, maybe because of our past karmas. I can tell you so many incidences where the father was in the police force, but the son came out to be from a gangster, to become a world's one of the biggest gangster. The father was a wonderful businessman, but the son turned out to be an owner of a big organization. No father wants his son to become somebody who will do chaos in the society. But still, despite their feelings, they become helpless. Now, when they become helpless, you compare the helplessness of a person who is in knowledge and of a person who is not in knowledge. A person who is not in knowledge of Krishna consciousness does not know where to seek the dependence when the divine is ruling you. In fact, the person or the category of devotees who are best who are best in letting Krishna control them. And yet they maintain their equilibrium and attachment to Krishna despite what is happening in their material life or their surrounding life. They are completely absorbed and they leave everything to Krishna, and Krishna makes them dance to the tune with any type of energy he wants. And they completely depend upon Krishna, or Krishna decided destiny is gopis. Now, in one of Radheshyam Prabhu's wonderful class, he put a point, I remember a couple of years back, because I've been staying in Bangalore. He came for an inauguration for now Girdhari Narasimha Mandir, and he made a point which I still remember, and I keep telling myself, oh my God, Krishna, it's difficult to get in there. He said, you know why Krishna loves gopis a lot? Because he can dance them in his tunes. And in turn, then he dances in their tunes. But first he makes them dance, these gopis, to his tunes. So then he made a point also that it's not difficult to be a gopi or a bhav of a gopi, because when Krishna will start making you dance on his tunes with the help of Maya or with the help of material energy or spiritual energy, because for Krishna, there is no difference between material and spiritual life. For him, everything is energy. So Krishna doesn't see material world as material world and spiritual world as spiritual. For him, everything is spiritual. And even he's expecting the same from us. That the moment you get attached to Krishna so much that you're not bothered about the difficulties of the body. Perfect example, my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. He's just, I was during the inauguration of ICC just 1 month, 2 months back, I could see him from so close, and I was able to help him. I was doing announcement and he used to come, and I could see that, he's just thinking about devotees. He's not bothered about his health. That means he has risen way beyond his health, his material condition of his body. And when I asked my very senior devotee, I asked him, Prabhuji, why can't I ask Jayapataka Swami, my Guru Maharaj, to take some rest? He says, we all have asked him. We all have asked him. But he says, you take care of my body, I'll take care of Krishna's work. Hari Bol. Can you imagine this? Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj everybody knows he's wheelchaired, but it's just his body is wheelchaired. You have not been able to, the Maya Devi or whatever his physical condition has not been able to put him onto wheelchair. He's actually flying from one temple to another. And we people who are ably bodied, I'm sitting on my office chair like a wheelchair. That's the comparison between my Guru Maharaj and this particular disciple, Premadatta Gaurdas. I am all the time wheelchaired to my work, or to sometimes I go. I regularly associate, no doubt about it. But can I compare myself with my spiritual master who is way far beyond his bodily condition? So there is something known as destiny. And that is what Brahma is feeling, the pressure of destiny, which is known as Atra, destiny, Vighatakam. So the destiny is expecting something from Brahma, but he is not able to deliver. So he was given a new body. In that also he was not able to deliver. In the first body he was forbidden, but in the new body he was supposed to deliver. Even there he is not able to deliver. He is helpless. And what happens in that helplessness is what we are going to read now. So let's read the next shloka.
Krishnamurti, Hare Krishna. Sunita Mataji, you can read the shloka, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Evam yuktakritastasya daivam chavekshatastada kasya rupam bhudvedha yatkayam abhichakshate.
Shanti Mataji, you can read the translation.
Read the translation. Remember what happened to Brahma when he was feeling this pressure of destiny. Something happened. Let's read that.
Shanti Mataji, you can read the translation, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation.
Quick, we have,
Translation. Srila
quickly, we have more shlokas to cover. Yeah.
Why he was thus absorbed in contemplation and was observing the supernatural power. Two other forms were generated from his body. They are still celebrated as the body of Brahma. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So what happened? Two other bodies were produced. Two other forms were given out from his body. Okay, let's read the purport and see what happens. Very interesting.
Prashanti Mataji, you can read the purport, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Two bodies came out from the body of Brahma. One had a mustache and the other had swollen breasts. No one can explain the source of their manifestation, and therefore, until today, they are known as Kayam, or the body of Brahma, with no indication of their relationship as his son or daughter. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam.
So what does that mean? He was thinking about his supernatural powers, and suddenly, automatically, something is coming out from his body. Now, I narrate you a very quick incident. Drupad wanted to have a son who could kill Dronacharya, right? And he was doing yajna. When he was told that there is going to be a lady going to be taking birth from the yajna, he refused to accept. And with lot of pain in his heart, he kept on pouring the things onto the yajna. If you want to give me, then I want this much trouble to come to her. If you are giving me a daughter, and he's doing a yajna, a putra kamesha yajna, a yajna where he was going to get the son and the daughter. He already had a son, right? So like that. So sometimes what happens is you do not even know what you're asking, and everybody knows Yajnasaini was born as Draupadi. And later on, he repented to that same personality, that I asked so much of hardships for you. And that's one reason why Draupadi was given so many hardships. But the best thing about Draupadi was she was so close to Krishna's help, and of course her husband's. So sometimes, most of the times, it happens to us in this material world that automatically some acts happen from us and we are forced to believe. And sometimes even we think exactly negative about a situation, exactly positive thing happens. I have experienced this. Even in Krishna consciousness, I planned to do something for Krishna or for my own betterment of my life, and I was completely negative. The result was completely positive. The mental state, what Brahma is going, he had no clue. He had no clue how to fulfill the work which he was supposed to given to populate this world. And he's thinking about his supernatural powers. He's thinking, suppose you have given up changing your job or making your son improve in studies. And you are working day and night and thinking, what shall I do? And suddenly you see a change in your son's behavior or daughter. And you want the best of the groom for your daughter, your son-in-law, best, or the daughter-in-law to be best. And you have really literally given up. I'm not getting somebody good, even in devotee circles or even my relatives. What do I do, God? And suddenly somebody somewhere, ek rishta aata hai, and your things get solved. And you are like, I was thinking so many things. Like in North India, there's a saying, and you're looking for the groom in several other states, and countries, and then you get somebody who's close to your known people in your native only, and you are staying in Bangalore and your native in somewhere, and you get your daughter-in-law just 2 kilometers away from your own house. You don't even know, and you were thinking to looking for the marriage bureau from somewhere sites, and you're downloading, talking to people, devotees in US, please give me a son and a daughter-in-law. हम क्या सोच रहे थे, कहां से हो गया काम, कैसे हो गया काम? Because when you get the destiny of the pressure from the destiny, and you are trying to do best service to your life, at times situation will go beyond your control, when you have to give up your efforts, and something automatically will happen because of Yog Maya and Mahamaya, at least for us. Okay, continue doing your spiritual activities despite that your results of your personal life is not coming out. Continue doing your devotional service, continue doing your material service also for feeding your family, yourself. Things will happen the way we see the things unfolding for Brahma. So let's go and read in details next 2-3 shlokas quickly. Somebody can read the entire thing and then one by one.
Hare Krishna. Subbarao Prabhu, you can read Prabhuji. Shloka,
Another
translation and purport.
Yes, Mataji. Tabhyam rupa vibhagabhyam mithunam samapadyata. Translation, the synonyms. Tabhyam of them, rupa from, vibhagabhyam, thus being divided, mithunam, sex relation, samapadyata, that is perfectly executed. The two new translation by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. The two newly separated bodies united together in a sexual relationship.
Next one.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Shall I
Hare
read,
Krishna.
Prabhuji? Shall I read,
I mean,
Mataji?
Okay,
Somebody?
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Whoever wants to read.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can read. Hare Krishna.
Yes, tu tatra puman so bhunman swayam bhuva swarat striyasi chatarupakhya mahishyasya mahatmanaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Out of them, the one who had the male form became known as Manu, named Swayambhuva, and the woman became known as Satarupa, the queen of the great soul Manu. Hare Krishna.
Next
Prashanti
one.
Mataji, you can read the next shloka Mataji and translation.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Tatha mituna dharmena prajahyedham bhuvire. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Thereafter, by sex indulgence, they gradually increase generations of population one after another. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Next
Prabhuji.
one.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Somebody quickly.
Hare
We should
Krishna.
save time. Yeah.
Sachapi satarupayam panchapatyani ajijanat priyavratotanapadau Tishra kanyascha bharata akutir devahutischa prasutir iti sattama. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Bharata, in due course of time he, Manu, begot in Shatarupa 5 children, 2 sons, Priyavrata and Uttanapada, and 3 daughters, Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you read the next one
Prabhu.
also quickly like
Okay,
that.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Akutim ruchaye pradat kardamaya tu madhyamam daksyadat prasutim cha yata apuritam jagat. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The father, Manu, handed over his first daughter, Akuti, to the sage Ruchi, the middle daughter, Devahuti, to the sage Kardama, and the youngest, Prasuti, to Daksha. From them, all the world filled with population. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The history of the creation of the population of the universe is given herewith. Brahma is the original living creature in the universe, from whom were generated the Manu, Swayambhuva, and his wife Shatarupa. From Manu, 2 sons and 3 daughters were born, and from them all the population in different planets has sprung up until now. Therefore, Brahma is known as the grandfather of everyone, and the personality of Godhead, being the father of Brahma, is known as the great grandfather of all living beings. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 11.39 as follows. Vayur Yamognir Varuna Shashankaha Prajapatistvam Prapita Mahascha Namo Namaste Stu Sahasra Kritva Punascha Bhuyo Api Namo Namaste. You are the Lord of Air, the Supreme Justice Yama, the Fire, and the Lord of Rains. You are the Moon, and you are the Great Grandfather. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Creation of the Kumaras and Others. Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you,
Jai
Prabhupada.
Shri Prabhupada. Wonderful, wonderful. So with this, we come to the conclusion of today's class. I think next class is starting at 11, right?
Yes,
11
Prabhuji.
o'clock.
Hare Krishna.
The same. Yes, I know. So we are almost done. I just wanted to tell you, now you must have understood that how Brahma, being continuously engaged for Krishna's job, he's having, if you see Brahma, he's having a mala on his hands, the Vedas in his hands, a kamandala, 3rd hand, and a spoon for sacrifice. So there are 4 things what he's continuously engaged in Krishna's work, right? So he's always remembering Krishna, but he's also telling others he's teaching Narad Muni so that he can go and continue teaching Bhagavatam, and so much Vedas he's teaching, and he's using Kamandala pot, and because he's supposed to give boons for the universe material work to happen, he will take water and give some boon, and sometimes he will take those, tell them not to do that, and he throws water to enact that, but he can use that water pot for several other things. And of course his spoon in offering, it reminds to me that he is the first person. Vishnu means yagya. Vishnu means yagya. So the whole world is made to be sacrificed. So we come here to live our life as a sacrifice to Krishna. Sacrifice our pleasures for Krishna. In turn, Krishna then sacrifices his pleasures for us. This is a cycle. Very deep meaning to understand this. But initially, he wants us to get purified. And for purified, you need to put your body into yajna, means sacrificial mode. You have to sacrifice your unwanted pleasures. You don't have to sacrifice your 7 hours of sleep, but you can certainly sacrifice your 9 hours sleep. You can sacrifice unnecessary money you have by giving it back to Krishna. You can sacrifice not all your time of your life. You can give at least sacrifice one Sunday, 1 week, at least 4 hours of life to Krishna by going to devotees and going to ISKCON temples. You can sacrifice one of your talent, not just for playing guitar, to make, boys take guitar to make, they try to do it in college days, how to attract people so that they know that I play. You can use it for singing bhajan and kirtan. So like this, samshita ye pada pala pallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murare bhavam budhir vatsa padam param padam yat vipadam natesha. Means this world is full of dangers, but one who seeks shelter in pure devotion to Krishna, automatically purity will exhibit. And your thoughts are pure, your body is pure, and your intentions are pure. You will find the whole world becomes, very small to cross, right? So, and you should prevent, using your own mental strength to counterattack these actions, you can very well depend upon Krishna, like how Brahma is doing, and see automatically things are happening for you. With this, we come to an end of this class. Sorry, because of I didn't have the link and the passcode was changed. I couldn't join properly on the time, but that's what brings end to this class. Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
One doubt, Prabhuji.
You have doubt?
Yes, Prabhuji. The from Brahma only both the female part, male part is born. Then they should become brother and sister. How they started producing?
So that's what they are saying, right? You should read that it's coming, that Manu was created as Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manu. So they are saying that it is written in the purport that you really cannot say, Brahma cannot really say that I have created them. It just came out of him. If Krishna wants some flower to come out of you, right? You know, some magicians, they just touch you and bring gold. I mean, if they really can do. I'm not talking about quacks, but if somebody is very, God, I mean, God is, who can be more Siddha than God? If he brings, you know, one gold and one mud from your body, he creates. Will you say this gold is related to this mud? No, you cannot. I mean, God can do anything, right? I mean, he came out to protect Prahlad from the pillar. So you see what he's writing on the purport. That's what he's exactly what you say. He says he really cannot say that they were his sons and daughters. So when the writer himself and the Acharya himself is saying it is really very difficult to know that they were his sons and daughters, because he didn't know something is coming out of him. Now, when you produce a baby, don't you think that you have to meet with your wife and you become attractive and you get married? And, you know, any two people who want to get married and produce, they have to get attracted. They have to undergo so many things. And to produce a baby, it's not just meeting. You have to undergo so many tests. And if you have thyroid or if you have some other problems, you don't produce a baby. Producing a baby is another very big thing. So many people are childless in today's world. They're having a lot of problems. You know, girls are having missing period problems. This is what I don't know, I don't want to dwell much, but this is what is happening. I get articles in LinkedIn. They're talking about these things. So nothing is easy in this world. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes some things happen from you, you don't even know. So your answer is given clearly in the purport. Is that okay, Shubharao?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. I don't say thanks to me, Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. He is answering you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have a doubt, Prabhuji. Like Brahma was misusing his body, no, Prabhuji, the material body which was given by the Lord. So he was constantly getting instructions from the Lord, no, Prabhuji, for him to create the world.
You said misusing?
No, Prabhuji, like, yeah, because that body.
You have to show me where it is written. It is he was misusing. I mean, I just can't make a statement like this.
I'm sorry, Prabhuji, because I don't know how to say like that.
No. Don't say sorry. I am not Acharya here that I have to always give. You know, I should understand the answers. I'm not an Acharya. Please accept
like
this
that
fact.
Body had to.
I'm not Brahma. I don't have 4 heads. Do you see 4 heads? I can answer your all questions. No? Any devotee who thinks, maybe they may think I am, my Guru Maharaj gave me just power to speak. That's more than enough. So I'm not questioning why you are saying. I'm saying, where have you read? I will read it and then explain you.
I just wanted the practical takeaway point for all of us. Like he was
I don't know where did I say this anywhere? That
no, not you, Prabhuji. In the previous shlokas, I have understood. So it is my.
No. That's not. I don't think so. Which shloka you read that? Because this is a very big point you are making. I don't say that he's misleading. He's a very learned soul. If he's doing something, Krishna is making him do something. Yeah. His mistake. You can see Brahma made some mistake.
He comes under the control of Maya. So that is what I meant, Prabhuji.
Brahma is a post. Brahma is a post. Brahma is a post. There are millions of universes and millions of Brahmas are there. Our Brahma was 5-headed. Some scriptures, somewhere it is written, Shiva chopped off 1 head, so he has now 4 heads and 4 directions. But various universes have various more directions, multi-directionals. So there are multi-head Brahmas. In fact, the current Brahma, when he went when he was in Brahma Vimohan Leela, how did he? So Brahma has a limitation. So Brahma is a post. Anybody can become a Brahma. Like Indra is a post. Anybody can take Indra, but it's not difficult. It's not easy to take that post. You have to be really as austere as Brahma. It's not easy. So you got my point? So Brahma does get under Maya. He puts one kusha grass on the back of the ant, for which he has to take as a birth as a pig. Narad Muni recovers him. Then he gets everybody is singing Purusha Sukta at the Vishnu with the Dhara, where Purusha Sukta is said, where Vasundhara goes, the Mother Earth goes and she prays, please help me, Vishnu. And Vishnu says, okay. Brahma also goes and tells Brahma, go and tell everybody, go and go to material world, take birth. Brahma tells everybody to take birth. He himself remains there. And then he only gets perplexed. So this gives a very big example that why he gets Brahma Vimohan Leela, because when Krishna gives you some work, you also get involved. Don't give just allocate some work. Somebody gave you some Janmashtami, some work, and you made everybody do, and you are sitting idly at home. Then when you come back, nobody recognizes you in the function. Okay, you are given some security. You were given the service of giving security badge. You gave that service to somebody. You didn't even take care. When you came, you didn't only have the badge. That's exactly what happened with Brahma. So Brahma is a post, but he is a post where Krishna directly interacts with him. So like that.
Okay, Prabhuji. Like, I just wanted to know the takeaway point for all of us, like how to use our body, or when we sometimes misuse the body.
Oh, so the entire, then I have to repeat the entire katha. So you want to know what is the takeaway? So today you didn't get any takeaway point from the katha. That means I am not a good speaker at all.
No, Prabhuji, we had a lot of takeaway points from the past time you shared in the Vrindavan. Because I have heard only once she has come up to sell the fruits. And in exchange of that, Krishna gave few grains. So, but it was a long run of time of process. Like she used to visit every day.
I have heard this katha in different flavors. I have heard this katha in different flavors. People, it's an allegoric. It was a real incident, but this is what exactly happened. So this tells, that your activity. What key takeaway from here is material world is not an easy world. Even for Brahma, he got perplexed. What about us? But if you're focused like that old woman on deriving pleasure only from Krishna and not from your own senses, because you must have heard that she was given, instead of flowers, her bucket was full of jewels, which she throws in the... What does that signify? I mean, is that the same you heard? Because I heard in the story the same. That's what I'm repeating. Right?
Fruits.
So, of fruits, of flowers, whatever. I heard that she used to collect fruits and flowers or whatever you say from the jungles, and she used to come. Okay, now you want to get into whether it was fruits and flower. How does it matter? Because most of the flowers and fruits are from the same plant. So the idea behind is that you have to get into the essence that you will be stuck in this material world if you depend upon your own. Sometimes a lot of things happen beyond your control, and you are a lot of times you just be focused on Krishna, things will automatically happen. See, this world is beyond you. Nobody comes to Krishna consciousness on his own. Everybody is brought into Krishna consciousness. Somebody has to do path pradarshana.